Organization declared that the coronavirus crisis is now a pandemic.
This astounding and unprecedented story continues to evolve. The NBA is suspending the season.
NHL regular season suspended. MLB spring training is over. Major League Soccer season suspended. March Madness canceled. A slew of conference basketball tournaments were also canceled.
Anything can change at a moment's notice, but as the UFC has chosen, they can pivot at a moment's notice.
L'adversité a longtemps été banale pour l'UFC. Donc, même devant une situation qui défie toute compréhension, le chef de file des arts martiaux mixtes va de l'avant. Avec un événement à la carte toute étoile. Dont la finale est un incroyable combat pour le titre par intérim.
An opportunity was going to arise and someone was going to have to take it.
Gaethje wants to go to war. The guy lives for this stuff.
Now I'm in. Now I'm all the way in.
It's all or nothing, nothing.
Here we go.
Justin Gaethje is back.
L'électrisant as du chaos, Justin Gaethje profite de l'élan tiré de sa série de 3 victoires de suite par KO au premier round.
First round knockout again.
Pour disputer un combat de championnat à court préavis contre le numéro 1 des poids légers, Tony Ferguson.
This guy's been the #1 contender since 2015.
He's something special.
Un as du combat libre.
Oh, big elbow!
Qui a su adapter de manière magistrale les arts du combat pour obtenir 12 victoires de suite.
We want to talk about a guy earning his way to a title. He did it the hard way.
They sign on the dotted line, they know what they're getting themselves into. Because a cuckoo is gonna get your ass.
I'm gonna break you down.
Contre toute attente, les deux vont s'affronter à l'UFC 249 pour la ceinture par intérim des poids légers. En demi-finale, le champion des poids coqs, Henry Cejudo, affrontera l'ancien roi Dominic Cruz.
Very nicely done.
Le premier homme à détenir la ceinture des 135 livres de l'UFC qui souhaite la reprendre pour une 3e fois.
Dominic Cruz is all over him. He's out.
Le spectacle continue pour l'UFC. Mais avant que l'octogone ne s'élève de nouveau, voyons ce qui nous a amené à ce moment unique de l'histoire. Voici le décompte de l'UFC 249 et ça commence maintenant. La série d'événements menant à l'UFC 249 est unique. Mais avant que la vie que nous connaissions ne change à jamais, les meilleurs combattants au monde se sont livrés à des décennies d'exploration personnelle. Cette histoire commence par Justin Gaethje, membre du top 5 des poids légers, un lutteur universitaire destiné à l'excellence, peu importe quelle forme aurait cette excellence.
I never thought that I would be an MMA fighter for a career. I have a human services degree. I want to be a social worker. I never dreamed of being where I'm at now. I had 5 amateur fights before I ever, trained, sparred, worked with the coach, and I had no idea how to throw a punch, throw a kick. Although I've worked hard since I was 4 years old, and hindsight, yes, I've always been, on this path to fight.
Gaethje pratique la lutte depuis qu'il a appris à marcher et a toujours excellé. Il remporte 2 championnats d'État au secondaire en Arizona et est la première vedette de première division de l'Université du Nord du Colorado. Il essaie les arts martiaux mixtes après l'obtention de son diplôme. Rapidement, il gagne 17 combats consécutifs, remporte plusieurs titres mondiaux et signe un contrat avec l'UFC.
Undefeated as an amateur, undefeated as a pro, Justin Gaethje brings his seek and destroy style to the UFC for the first time tonight.
This dude is as tough as they come. It's non-stop forward pressure.
Justin Gaethje est surnommé le Highlight.
Body shot, a good one from Gaethje.
Et pour cause.
Oh, the left hook connected for Gaethje, and then lands a right hand, and then a knee as well for Gaethje. Uppercut, right hand, big uppercut again, and it's Gaethje's moment.
That's it. This kid promised everybody he would bring it when he got to this level.
Oh, I love this so much.
And man, did he come through.
En 6 combats dans l'UFC,
Oh, he chopped him hard with that one.
il gagne 7 primes.
Crowd oohing and eyeing with every strike thrown here.
What a fight.
They wonder why he's been in the UFC for 3 fights and has had 2 main events already.
Et chaque victoire se termine par un KO.
Oh! Big right from Gaethje, and down goes Vic.
Holy smoke, what a knockout.
Après avoir éliminé ses 3 dernières victimes au premier round,
Justin Gaethje, maybe the most entertaining fighter on this roster, top to bottom. Oh, he got him with an overhead right. It's over. That is it.
Gaethje est prêt à récolter son prix à l'UFC 249.
Oh, big right from Gaethje. Justin Gaethje by first round knockout.
Have you ever seen anything like Justin Gaethje?
Mais le prochain adversaire de Gaethje n'a pas goûté à la défaite depuis près de 10 ans. On le surnomme le Boogeyman.
Awesome.
Ou El Cucuy, comme le préfère Tony Ferguson. Une vedette autodidacte de l'UFC qui a obtenu son premier rang mondial chez les poids légers avec une domination sans précédent.
You are looking at arguably the most watchable, most exciting mixed martial arts fighter in the world today.
Yeah,
Tony Ferguson.
I'm a veteran in this sport. I've been fighting for like 10 years in this.
Ferguson can do it all.
I mean, I took a chance and went and fought.
He's a brilliant madman.
And I know I can overcome any obstacle because I'm a trendy guy.
He's one of the most creative guys to ever step into the octagon. Also one of the toughest. Knows how to survive getting hurt. And then he finds a way to finish you.
Il pratique 3 sports au secondaire et devient champion national de lutte à l'université.
Ferguson, lifelong wrestler, 2-time All-American.
Il est ceinture noire en jiu-jitsu.
He's got his neck. This is it. He's tapping.
Tony Ferguson has done it.
Et champion du monde en arts martiaux mixtes.
Every time guys fight Tony Ferguson.
Tony Ferguson est un athlète doué.
The face is real beat up. There's bruising, there's cutting. That just tells you the amount of power that he carries and all the things that he's doing.
Qui se bat avec un style unique.
He's got a very unusual style, the way he moves. It's almost like he's breakdancing.
I got something different that these people haven't seen. I'm Midwest tough, and I'm West Coast savvy.
He's so free-flowing that it's unbelievable to watch him compete.
The style goes with the attitude. It's far out, it's cool, it's shiny, and we improvise.
This is the thing about Ferguson. He's not going anywhere. He's going to stay in your face, and then you got to start watching out for the elbow. Because when they start landing, then you're really in trouble.
Oh, elbow
lands there.
Avec ses magnifiques coups
That jab is insane.
et sa cadence sans fin,
Tony just never stops.
Ferguson est pratiquement inarrêtable, amassant 12 victoires consécutives dans l'UFC.
Ferguson with a nasty combination.
Mais la consécration d'El Cucuy se produit à la 10e victoire de sa série.
Here we go, folks. Tony Ferguson, Kevin Lee for the UFC Interim Lightweight Championship, meeting for gold on the greatest proving ground in mixed martial arts. Tony Ferguson, owner of the longest winning streak in the illustrious history of this UFC lightweight division, gets his first crack at a piece of UFC gold.
Oh, nice jab.
Nice 1-2 there from El Cucuy.
Oh, Kevin's landing some nice shots to start the fight.
Ferguson, a guy, though, you need to separate from consciousness, right?
Oh,
elbow,
stepped in with an elbow.
yeah.
Very nice.
Oh, he hurt Kevin Lee. Now he's talking to him. Big double leg level change by Lee. Takedown by Lee.
Oh, he's got the triangle. Let's see if Kevin can survive this.
There's the tap.
That's it.
Tony Ferguson
He went out.
has done it. Tony Ferguson is the UFC Interim Lightweight Champion of the world. Tony Ferguson is just a problem.
Yeah, he finds a way to finish it. I'm here with the winner and new UFC Interim Lightweight Champion of the world. How good does that sound? Whoa!
declaring the winner by submission due to a triangle choke. And now, the new interim UFC lightweight champion of the world!
La victoire du titre par intérim de Tony Ferguson lui permet enfin de se battre pour le titre incontesté vacant. Dans un combat contre son rival, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
10 win streak versus 25 win streak. Let's go!
Woo! Here we go!
Mais seulement quelques jours avant le combat de réunification contre Nurmagomedov, Ferguson subit le pire contretemps de sa carrière.
Tony Ferguson hurt himself. He tore his LCL.
Tony Ferguson has pulled out of the fight. He's injured. He hurt his knee.
The interim title just goes away.
Things have changed. I just saw you in the hotel lobby a couple of hours ago, and now you are fighting Khabib in the main event.
Tony Ferguson presents the most interesting challenge. I wanted to see that fight. I still want to see that fight.
A lot of balls were bounced in the air. The ball that came out was the Card's lone New Yorker, Raging Ally Quinta, stepping into the headliner tonight.
Right away, beasted him down. He's getting mauled like everybody else before him.
In a few short moments, Dagestan is going to have its first UFC champion.
With my injury, I had to make a decision. Am I going to sit here and mope, or am I going to get back to work?
Ferguson ne se laisse pas décourager par sa malchance et revient en un temps record.
Tony Ferguson, 6 months after a major knee surgery, back to the octagon.
Il reprend sa place d'aspirant mondial numéro 1 chez les poids légers.
You might be looking at the most exciting fighter pound for pound in mixed martial arts today. Tony Ferguson, back on that UFC canvas for the first time in about a year, taking on Showtime Pettis.
First round, fight, are you ready? Fight, are you ready? Fight!
Ferguson came home from the hospital after surgery in April, immediately started doing 20-pound curls until he couldn't work out anymore. He is a freak.
See Pettis going right after the knees right away. Ferguson.
Right away.
Right after the leg.
You got to realize when you're talking about 6 months from a catastrophic knee surgery like that, you got to wonder if it's 100%.
Well, 6 months is a ridiculous time frame, I'll be honest. It takes at least 9 to get as strong as you need it. So the fact that he's pushing the pace like that is pretty crazy.
And he did no physical therapy. He took his recovery into his own hands, none.
I honestly have no words for that.
What the last 6 months have held for this absolute warrior of a human being to come back and produce the way he did tonight is truly the stuff of legends.
What a quick turnaround from your knee surgery to come back. Was there any concern at all that you would rush this?
No, man. No.
With 11 consecutive wins, a winning streak that dates to October of 2013, Ferguson once again might be 1 win away from an undisputed title shot.
Tony's punches are starting to take an effect on Donald. Now you see him just kind of taking it to Cowboy. Donald's going to have to answer.
So hard to know what's coming.
Oh, elbow. Beautiful spinning elbow.
These boys are going at it.
Tony El Cucuy Ferguson.
Le sort veut que le combat contre Nurmagomedov soit de nouveau planifié juste au moment où le monde tel qu'on le connaissait change indéfiniment. Au milieu de la pandémie mondiale, de nouvelles informations ne cessent de surgir. Les gyms ferment. Des pays entiers suivent le pas, ce qui fait que Nurmagomedov n'est pas en mesure de se battre.
UFC lightweight champion Khabib Nurmagomedov, he is in Dagestan. They grounded flights in Russia and sealed their borders. He is basically stuck. The UFC is now trying to make Tony versus Justin Gaethje.
It was changing every day. How could you possibly know? How could you possibly predict what was going to happen tomorrow? But I knew that I could be a replacement. Ultimately, I've been preparing for this my whole life.
Le poids léger du top 5, Justin Gaethje, redéfinit la signification de n'importe quand, n'importe où, et accepte le combat à court préavis contre Tony Ferguson pour le titre par intérim des poids légers.
With everything that was going on, I knew that it was going to be one of the only sporting events that was going to be going on. And I've been training. I've been sparring 7-8 rounds since January. If I fight Tony, someone gets finished no matter what. So why not?
Fighting Tony Ferguson for 5 rounds at this point, knowing how Tony trains for a fight.
Tony is a dark force. You really need real training to prepare yourself for that.
Un combat contre Ferguson exige que son adversaire surmonte son incroyable cadence appuyée par son cardio sans fin. Mais la persévérance de Gaethje est innée.
My work ethic comes through my genetics. 3 generations working in the copper mines in Arizona, both sides of my family. You know, hard work was instilled in me.
And go. Boom. Here we go. 6 reps here, man. Alternate that lead leg on each get up.
I give max effort.
Down, back 4 times.
And outside that, I don't care what happens. That's what makes me so dangerous.
Let's go. 10 seconds, man. Let's go. Time. Here we go. Over the back. Ground and pound.
Justin's got such a unique mental state to him that he's just like, oh, who cares?
Here you go. Finish. Finish.
That allows him not to hesitate. He goes out there and he tries things.
Time. Great job. Great job. Hands up.
And he puts on exciting fights. So if you got a guy that can go out there and finish people and has been consistent, he deserves a shot.
That's wonderful.
I'm gonna fight until I'm finished, or I'm gonna fight until Tony's finished. And that's what I do. That's what I've always done.
Good. Good.
I possess the power to turn his lights off, and I believe I will.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And relax. Wonderful.
Alors que Gaethje conserve la mentalité qu'on lui a inculquée très jeune, les succès de son adversaire Tony Ferguson peuvent aussi être attribués à un rite de passage observé en début de carrière.
Is it housekeeping? Oh, hey, how you guys doing? It's my room, Tony Ferguson.
When I was in The Ultimate Fighter, they did it right. It's all in-house, everything's included, and it was built specifically for the fighter. The only thing we could worry about was training, and I had that idea in my head, and it made me feel more at home when I came here and started building my stuff. My vision was to have my own facility, my own academy.
What's your medal, bro?
You guys think at home, you have that and nobody else does, then it's kind of like you don't belong to big teams, you have your own.
Alors que tous les combattants se sont ajustés pour se conformer aux nouvelles normes en vigueur partout, Ferguson s'entraîne pour son combat contre Gaethje, comme il l'a toujours fait, en isolement presque complet.
I have a very small circle, and I have to do that because if you hang out with people that have big egos, you're gonna act like you have a big ego. I'm too busy worrying about my I love this man. I'm a contracted killer out there. I aim to do my and I train like a vicious dude. I'm always preparing for 3 to 4 people. And that's why I'm ahead of schedule. I haven't had this confidence in a long time, and it took the training that I needed in an opponent. He's not getting out of the cage.
Alors que les efforts de distanciation sociale continuent d'imprégner le pays, les liens familiaux solides sont plus importants que jamais. Mais pour le poids léger numéro 1 de l'UFC, Tony Ferguson, la présence constante de son fils Arman a toujours été une grande source de motivation.
Wow, hooks! Hooks! Hooks!
You got superhero powers when you're a pops. Your kid falls, you catch them before they fall. It's a dad thing. You can't explain it. You know, I got dad strength. I got old man strength. You know, a little bit of crazy strength, you know what I mean? He wants to come here, I create obstacles for him. And I love it. That little kid is my world. He really is. I try to do everything for that kid.
What's up, buddy?
So when I'm putting that much energy in my fathering, I'm putting that same energy in this fight game.
Ferguson se consacre depuis toujours aux arts martiaux. Jeune lutteur, il a un côté athlétique inexploité qu'il perfectionne ensuite pour devenir un cogneur tout aussi brillant. Mais son dévouement envers son art brille vraiment dans l'octogone, où Ferguson combine avec brio toutes les facettes des arts martiaux mixtes.
Ferguson, very aggressive.
Il dispute ainsi certains des combats les plus excitants de l'histoire du sport, avec des résultats parmi les plus violents.
He's a brilliant madman. That's what he is. I mean, he's one of the most creative guys to ever step into the octagon.
Il complète son cardio sans fin par une autre arme dangereuse, ses coudes.
When the elbows land, you can tell immediately.
Oh, he heard him.
I mean, you don't be like an artist and go, huh.
Oh, elbow. Beautiful spinning elbow.
Nice color, let me add to it.
En combat, ses pointes acérées lui permettent d'en finir.
Oh, big elbow there from Ferguson.
Every time guys fight Tony Ferguson, they're always so beat up. The face is real beat up. There's bruising, there's cutting.
Et plusieurs estiment qu'elles vont aider Ferguson
elbow by Tony.
à rivaliser avec sa cadence rapide de l'attaque du poids léger Justin Gaethje.
I only bring the blades out when I need to for the big boys.
Oh, stepped in with an elbow.
And he's a big boy.
Déchiffrer l'arsenal de Tony Ferguson est un défi que plusieurs des meilleurs poids légers au monde n'ont pas su relever. Mais Justin Gaethje a l'appui du réputé entraîneur Trevor Whitman, qui a peut-être la réponse.
Tony Ferguson, I respect in so many ways. He is key to being true to self. He doesn't change for anybody. He'll do these awkward training sessions and people are like, oh, why would you do that? He's true to self. When you are so strong and selfish about being the best that you can be, you're gonna be the hardest to break. I love that about him. The key to this fight and the key to all championship fights is don't make mistakes. You have to hone in and be sharp at all moments. The first person that makes mistakes are the ones that lose fights at this level. And you're never going to find a pattern with Tony. So we have to wait for the opportunity, and the opportunity presents itself. We have to capitalize. And thank God, Justin's a finisher.
Sweet.
Thank God I met Trevor Whitman. From day one, he was the perfect match. He is an artist, and I'm a canvas.
5 more.
He's had, I think, 18 world champions. He hones your skill, and that's what we've been doing for 9 years now.
His whole purpose was to be the most exciting fighter out there. And I think he nailed that. But I don't think he wanted that purpose anymore. And I asked him, I said, what's your purpose? He said he wanted to be a champion. I looked him in his eye, I said, do you believe you can be a champion? He said, yes, there's no stutter to that. And look at the situation that we're in right now.
des arts martiaux mixtes, l'occasion s'offre à ceux qui veulent le plus en tirer profit. Et malgré les circonstances sans précédent, Gaethje a un combat pour le titre par intérim contre Tony Ferguson. Même si Ferguson fait des ajustements de dernière minute pour son nouvel adversaire, Justin Gaethje est dans sa mire depuis longtemps.
One-dimensional is what he is, but he's very good at it. He brings in a certain kind of culture, I guess you would say.
He puts his body on the line, attacking somebody at what they're best at, and he's just laying it all out.
But everybody has the same fight inside that cage, just to win.
Ferguson just keeps marching forward, man.
If you really want it bad enough, you're gonna knock out somebody in the first round, second round, no matter, third round. You're gonna knock them out.
Every guy that fights him, they end up so bloodied and battered.
You're gonna wear them down. Wear them down, wear them down, wear them down, wear them down like a paper clip till they break.
This kid is a nasty, nasty fighter.
And they won't be able to put themselves back together.
You can talk the talk and I give you that. If you wanna test me, I'ma test you back.
Ces poids légers du top 5 sont prêts à saisir l'occasion à l'UFC 249.
I'll take Tony Ferguson next, that's for damn sure. I would love to fight him.
Sur une scène totalement différente de toutes les autres, avec l'or de l'UFC en jeu.
Fights can play out one way. My hand raised in victory, and I'm gonna defend my belt.
Owner of the longest winning streak in the illustrious history of this UFC lightweight division, there may never be another El Cucu. But Justin Gaethje wants to go to war. He wants to go to battle.
I was born and I was bred and I was raised to do this.
Tony Ferguson is a great competitor. 12 wins in a row, but I knock him out cold.
Justin Gaethje fixed the landing once again.
This is that old-fashioned showdown. But come sundown, I'ma make you hurt.
Buckle your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen.
C'est à Phoenix, en Arizona, qu'habite le premier et seul médaillé d'or olympique à avoir remporté un titre de l'UFC. Même si le champion des poids coqs Henry Cejudo rappelle vite aux gens cet exploit, il n'oublie jamais ses parents immigrants ayant inspiré son âme de combattant.
My father was an alcoholic. He was in and out of jail. At the age of 44, he ended up passing away. I was a kid that grew up since a little kid, since the age of 5 with my mother. And something that people don't know about is like my mom wasn't able to attend the 2008 Olympics due to her citizenship status. Watching the Olympics on the computer, and the computer kept freezing. So I think they probably only caught maybe bits and pieces of it. But once she found out that I won, it was, you know, tears of joy. You know, how many parents could say that their child's an Olympic champ? So this was the year that my mom got the Immigration Woman of the Year award. American Immigration Council, they found out that my mom couldn't attend the Olympics, and they saw all her hard work, her hardship that she did for this country, and in 2009 she was voted the Woman of the Year. This was like 5,000 people, private event, pretty crazy.
Même si sa mère ne peut assister aux Jeux olympiques de 2008, d'autres personnes soutiennent Cejudo dans son parcours, dont un entraîneur de lutte devenu entraîneur-chef d'arts martiaux mixtes, Eric Albarracin.
So people are out here talking about quarantine. You know what my quarantine is? Right here in this gym.
This ain't nothing new to us. We lived at the Olympic Training Center. We were quarantined for years on end.
He's seen me grow up. He's seen me from a kid. He introduced me to my first girlfriend. I remember I would have him type and text for me. People are talking about social distancing. This is why I have the greatest combat coach of all time.
With this, we'll be able to maintain 6 feet in between us and maintain that social distance.
He's somebody that's been in my life since 04. I mean, watching me win the Olympics, he was a big part of that too.
We gotta take them all out, all at once.
We're so close, we're almost like brothers.
Social distancing training, round 2. Fight!
So it's not always sunshines and rainbows. Me and Captain fight, but we always know the overall objective.
We shoot, you destroy! Shoot!
And that's to cut people's heads off. And that's what we've been doing since I got into the octagon.
La transition de Cejudo vers les arts martiaux mixtes est légendaire.
This kid is relentless, and he brings ferocity that you only get from someone who is at the level of an Olympic gold medalist.
Il devient aussitôt aspirant dans la catégorie des poids mouches de l'UFC.
Just dominant world-class grappling from one of the best wrestlers in the division, if not in the sport.
Et il laisse tout aussi vite sa marque dans les livres d'histoire.
Demetrius Johnson. We are all witness to his greatness. Will it continue tonight?
For a guy that's defended the title 11 times, he doesn't seem as if he's ever been in a war or ever truly challenged and made to do things that he doesn't want to do in the octagon.
We don't get tired, we get hungry. Let's burn the castle. Let's burn the shit. Let's do it, Henry.
Oh, man! What a fight.
We defeated Demetrius Johnson, the greatest flyweight of all time.
You just shocked the world.
Super fight between champions. Henry Cejudo making the first defense of his UFC flyweight title. TJ Dillashaw, the bantamweight champion, moving down with the hopes of becoming a two-weight world champion tonight.
We defeated the greatest bantamweight of all time, TJ Dillashaw.
The messenger message says tonight.
But winning the second belt would put me as a pound-for-pound king.
Après que Cejudo ait défendu la ceinture des poids mouches contre le champion des poids coqs de l'époque, TJ Dillashaw, l'UFC organise un combat revanche à 135 livres. Mais quand on retire à Dillashaw sa ceinture à cause d'un test antidopage positif, Cejudo affronte plutôt l'aspirant Marlon Moraes pour la ceinture vacante.
Moraes has huge legs.
Yep.
He is easily 155 pounds right now.
Moraes is just going at him right now.
Oh, man. Beautiful. Catch and return.
The speed with which he throws those legs is incredible.
Henry doesn't have an answer right now, and he's got to do something that changes the course of what's happening right now.
Henry's going to have to throw something if he wants to earn Marlon's respect.
Yep, because right now he's getting picked apart.
We will follow Henry Cejudo into the red corner.
Hey, this is Demetrius all over again, round 1. We want to be in punching range, not kicking range. Let's get to his body. Don't shoot. Get to his body.
We'll see if Cejudo can do what his coach has asked here early round 2.
I need you to invest, Henry. Now, let's get to it.
Oh, he clipped him. Now Henry's trying to put that pressure on
I think Cejudo understands now that he cannot be at range.
There you go. That's it.
Oh! Big knees from Cejudo! But Ice retreats!
Oh, my goodness! Marlon's in trouble. Those are big knees by Henry. This is a total different round.
This is how you answer if you're Henry Cejudo. Just make it a fight, and now he's having success.
Just sensational turnaround by Henry Cejudo.
This one's going to be a war of attrition when it comes down to the end, however long this goes. It's going to be who can keep the pace, who can work the hardest.
Thing is, Henry knows how to win, and he made big adjustments in that second round.
That's up now!
Oh, nice combination.
He's got to get out of that clinch. He can't let Henry clinch him like that, but for Henry, that is spectacular. This is a very different Marlon Moraes in that first round.
Henry Cejudo's breaking him. Oh, he gets him in.
He got him. Oh, big shots from Henry.
Taking control.
Marlon is exhausted. He's getting beat up.
He's not even fighting hands.
This fight is about to get stopped.
Elbows from Cejudo. Oh, that's it. Getting the second bout. Henry Cejudo is the UFC bantamweight champion.
What a comeback.
In round 1, he was getting outclassed. Completely changed it and finished him in the third round.
My name is Triple C, Olympic champion, flyweight champion of the world, and now bantamweight champion of the world. I am the greatest combat athlete of all time, and I just stole the title for the best pound-for-pound fighter too.
Henry Cejudo is the real deal.
Not only am I pound-for-pound king now, but I
Après la victoire, Cejudo met la catégorie des poids mouches derrière lui et renonce à la ceinture des 125 livres pour placer dans sa mire une légende des poids coqs.
For all you 135-pounders, I have a hit list. Dominick Cruz, wherever you are, I want to fight that guy.
Here is Dominick Cruz.
Le légendaire Dominick Cruz, 135 livres, fait connaître sa catégorie à titre de champion de la WEC.
Dominick Cruz bringing the speed. Dominick Cruz comes with a flurry. Dominick Cruz putting on a spectacular show here tonight. We have a new bantamweight champion by the name of Dominick Cruz.
Cruz devient ensuite le premier champion de 135 livres de l'UFC.
Fans of the UFC, say hello to Dominick Cruz.
Et il poursuit son parcours gagnant.
Oh, knee! Dominick Cruz is attacking here, Mike.
When Dominick's on point, there is nobody beating him. Doesn't matter what they bring to the table. They could bring the best submission game, the best wrestling game.
Nice combination. Oh, beautiful.
Big takedown.
Very nicely done.
And again.
Dominick matches all aspects of that game, and it's just a matter of Dominick showing up.
Oh, beautiful throw.
Oh, my.
We're going on a decade now of, through injuries. He's cemented himself as one of the best bantamweights that ever existed.
Mais depuis 10 ans, Cruz affronte sa plus grande opposition hors de l'octogone. Alors que des blessures le forcent à s'arrêter pendant des années et qu'on lui retire sa ceinture.
Transformation is a public event. You start realizing when everybody tells you got the worst luck, is it bad luck or is it just everybody else's mindset? It's not bad luck if I don't choose it.
He is the former WEC Bantamweight Champion.
I was the longest reigning champion in the division. I defended the title 7 times.
And the former UFC Bantamweight Champion.
You can do whatever you want if you choose it.
Des personnes plus faibles s'effondrent.
He's gone through a lot, almost 3 years, and here he is.
Mais Cruz s'épanouit.
Oh, nice takedown. Beautiful. Dominick Cruz is all over him. He's out. He's out. All this time off, you didn't miss a beat.
I always knew I was going to make it back because it was in my heart. I wanted to be here. I'm stronger, I'm faster, I'm in better shape, and I want it more.
À chaque retour après une blessure, il est plus fort.
First fight in 477 days.
En 2016, il redevient champion.
Dominick Cruz denies pressure and cage rust. Is there anybody who's had their resolve tested more than you with your series of injuries to go through all that and here and new?
Being a champion comes toughness. Everybody in this octagon is tough, so I'm ready for 5 rounds every time. Ring rust is not real. It is all in your head. Just do it.
Même si on n'a pas vu l'ancien champion en action depuis 4 ans, Cruz est prêt pour un autre retour. Il vise à reprendre sa ceinture des poids coqs au champion actuel Henry Cejudo. Lors du retour fort attendu de l'organisation à l'UFC 249.
I have no power in the past. I have no power in the future. I only have power in the now, and right now I feel like money.
L'ancien champion des poids coqs, Dominick Cruz,
The greatest 135-pound fighter,
a profité de sa récente pause en raison d'une blessure pour se consacrer à sa deuxième vocation, où il affine son répertoire non physique.
Thrilled to be joined tonight by the brilliant former UFC Bantamweight champion Dominick Cruz. What a fight week, what a fight night it has been thus far here in Abu Dhabi.
John Jones has been on top for over 10 years, so how many rounds do people have to watch him? So the fights are going to get harder and harder to finish the longer you're champion. The body's not working, that allows me to build this thing because this is open to work.
I mean, I almost feel bad for Valentina for being so dominant.
Oh,
I don't feel bad for her for being dominant. She's setting the bar for the sport for mixed martial arts. And she's showing women this is where you got to be. This is how good you have to be. Ngannou has showed he has the power. You have to do it all if you're going to keep the belt for a long time. that filled a huge gap for me.
Uh-oh.
What does this doctor
The doctor's
say?
waving it off.
No way.
I can remember in title fights, in high-level fights, getting cut and having it in my mind that I better put the pedal to the metal, because as fighters, I believe it's our responsibility to know that that is part of this, is when you get cut, you got to get to work and finish this guy quick before the doctor could stop it.
I found a lot of passion in studying martial arts, studying other fighters, studying other people that were in my division.
Congratulations, you're absolutely one of the best of all time.
Être au micro signifie interagir avec des adversaires potentiels, y compris celui que Cruz affrontera à l'UFC 249. Le roi en titre des poids coqs, Henry Cejudo.
Listen, you got 2 belts here, right? Ideally, you get to defend them both, but one would assume that the 135, the bantamweight, would be your weapon of choice, shall we say?
And the thing is, I said it before, man, it's the Cejudo weight division, man, and I truly believe in myself.
Well, in order to get your credit, you got to beat the longest reigning champion in the history of the sport. You going to shake on it right now?
Shake on it.
Beaucoup d'eau a coulé sous les ponts depuis que Cruz et Cejudo ont évoqué l'idée de s'affronter. Et ce sont les circonstances sans précédent auxquelles le monde entier est confronté qui servent de catalyseur pour que l'entente se matérialise.
The UFC has indefinitely suspended all its future events.
So many unknowns the next couple of weeks.
UFC President Dana White saying that the fights will go on.
We've been working on this since, the world fell apart, and
these fights will happen.
No crowd, whatever it takes.
Une fois la poussière retombée, le combat pour le titre de Cruz et Cejudo est planifié à l'UFC 249 à Jacksonville, en Floride. Après que l'organisation se soit aventurée en terrain inconnu pour organiser son retour fort attendu.
The universe made it all come together. When you just let life and the world take you where it needs to, opportunities happen. All of us fighters want to get out there and fight.
4, 5.
We've all been waiting to unload and just let all this energy out and put on a show. This is a time where we can all shine and show the world that there's hope.
Come on, champ. Let's go, champ. Come on. Come on.
It just came at the literal perfect timing when my body was healthy, and you get the opportunity to take a title fight, you take it, period.
Late rounds here. Let's go. Let's do it. Come on. 25, perfect.
Quelques centaines de kilomètres plus à l'est, le roi des poids coqs, Henry Cejudo, s'ajuste à sa nouvelle réalité, en travaillant aussi fort qu'il l'a toujours fait.
25. Okay. Next.
En prévision de son combat pour le titre contre Dominick Cruz, Cejudo poursuit son optimisation physique rigoureuse avec Neuroforce One.
Hips, 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 hips. There you go.
Et les chiffres continuent de monter.
Nice. You're working with an Olympian, right? And you're thinking that's the peak of athleticism. You can't do much more. But every camp, he gets better and better at every facet. He gets stronger, more explosive. Okay, here we go. We hit new peaks, we reach new heights. So it's really interesting to see someone that's what we would think is the pinnacle of athletics get better and better and better every camp. Good. Sit down. Beautiful. Good, rest.
Don't let that coronavirus save your ass, because I'm coming.
The last camp we did, we went up to 135, and it was interesting to see how well his body did at that weight.
Here is the UFC flyweight champion, Henry Cejudo, moving up to try to become a double champion tonight.
He put on so much strength, so much power, and his conditioning wasn't wavering at all. So Henry's gonna come in, I'm telling you, one of the best versions you've ever seen of him. Good. Rest.
That's that right hand that beat up Marlon.
No lag time, right into motion. Boom. Good. Stay bouncing, stay moving. Yes, stay low. Boom, each one. Boom, each one. Good. That's all she wrote.
Le terme « GOAT » est souvent utilisé dans les sports de combat. L'acronyme anglais de ces lettres veut dire « meilleur de l'histoire ».
He wants to be universally recognized as the greatest combat sports athlete ever.
Or, la demi-finale de l'UFC 249 entre l'ancien champion des poids coqs Dominick Cruz et la légende des sports de combat Henry Cejudo permettra de qualifier le vainqueur de meilleur de l'histoire.
I am here to snatch his legacy and make his legacy part of mine. That's it.
Whoa! That's it! Get him a second belt!
He's an Olympic gold medalist. He's one of the best 125-pounders in the world. He has not faced the cream of the crop at 135 pounds, in my opinion. So this is the opportunity to beat him back down to his division.
Le combat épique entre deux excellents poids coqs précédera le combat pour un titre par intérim entre le puissant Justin Gaethje et le poids léger numéro 1 au monde, Tony Ferguson.
You might be looking at the most exciting fighter pound for pound in mixed martial arts today.
Le monde regardera l'UFC 249. Où les meilleurs chercheront à laisser leur marque.